Hello, welcome to the installation guide and review of my newest data pack, the Infinity Snapshot Improvements pack. Today I will show you how to run the Infinity Snapshot, which was an April Fool's snapshot, which added an infinite number of dimensions and gives quite a good challenge to the game. I will also show you many other things that can be done with my data pack and how it improves the snapshot. The first thing you want to do is create a new installation for your Minecraft. Which for this, you want to scroll down. Oh, also, you want to enable snapshots. Let me just remove these. Uh, delete, delete. Anyway, you want to hit new installation. You want to scroll down until you see snapshot infinite blah blah blah, which looks like this guy right here. Name it whatever you want, like infinity. This you could do a different game directory if you feel like it, but that's up to you. Once you have infinity, you switch over to it. Then you can hit play. Now, once you hit play, you do that, and then you wait for it to finish. I'll let you know when it's done. Here we are. You might want to edit your settings like I want to do, so I'll just quickly do that. Let's also turn off the sounds. Now, you want to create a new world. It can be any world, in this case, survival. I recommend you turn cheats off if you're doing a challenge thing. Name it whatever you like. Infinity Challenge. As this data pack does add a new element of gameplay to the data pack, to the snapshot, you know. Now you finish it, let it load, you know. Once you're here, then what you do is you go back to game, see you're here, whatever. Yeah, open to. Now what you do is you log out. You're good. Then what you do is you hit edit, open world folder, double click data packs. Then you drag over the data pack you downloaded, which is this file right here I've downloaded, and you can get from two places. One, my Discord and the Vexen's data packs group in the Mist creations, and it's right at the bottom, or for now anyway. If more comes, it's going to move around, but you can find it here. I may add a... Anyway, you can just join my Discord and find it here if you like. Even give suggestions and such. The second place you will find is the Planet Minecraft website, of which it has all this and, gives a good description of what it is and all that, and you just download it. Those are the two places you get it. It also has a link to my Discord. Join it if you feel like it. I make interesting data packs, they're pretty cool. Anyway, now you go to the folder, you go to downloads, data packs and downloads, drag it over like this, boom, 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 and boom, it's in. Save. And then you join. Now when you join, it should do this. Wait for it to finish, doing whatever it's doing. And ta-da, we're here! Now, as you can see in chat, it gives you... The controls are not to my liking. Give me a sec. Alright, so as you can see here, it gives you an introduction to it with all the different features that are enabled. Now, if you're quite a few things, it also gives you some tips and tricks. Like, for example, if you enter this text into a book and quill, it goes to the overworld. This for the nether, this for the end. And you can just click this text and puts it into your clipboard, which is quite a cool feature. Then it also gives you an introduction about how to get started, which, let's get to the content. Now, what I would recommend you doing is, even if this is a single player world, enable cheats with LAN, then do /trigger intro. Wait, no. Go into creative mode. Oh, yeah. you can do /trigger intro to make this pop up again. But let's go into creative mode. Then we do /trigger op menu, which is the settings menu for all my data packs. And all my data packs kind of combined together to create this menu. Anyway, as you can see, there's quite a few settings for this data pack. This one's included in all my data packs and it's used for debugging, so don't bother with it. This button right here reloads this menu, and it only works if you're an operator and if you're in creative mode. If I'm in survival, I cannot open this menu. If I'm an operator, if I click this, it will not work because, And then, let's first review the settings. Home dimension. When you enter an infinite dimension, you return here. What this basically does is when you're inside of another portal, instead of going back to the overworld, it brings you back here. By changing the portal over into the funky portals. So you can turn that off and on with that. Your spawn settings. When you end up in a dimension that you disabled, you'll be brought to the library dimension. The setting sets where you will respawn to. So if you die, you'll end up in the overworld. If you enable this setting, prevent use of overworld, if you go to the overworld, it'll bring you back here. And so you can set where it go. If static library, it always brings you to the same position every time you enter. Which is not good for servers, but might be desirable for a single-player world, because every time you die, you don't want to be spread thousands of blocks away. Then there's spread library, so I click that, I hit reload, and as you can see, you have a spread radius, which goes pretty far. This is for large servers. If you got many people joining a server, you want them to be spread pretty far apart. So that's up to you. You can choose the radius they're spread in. Then you do that, reload. For now, I'm not going to use that feature. It's a little annoying, especially in single player. Then you can see prevent use of overworld, nether, end. As you can see, in the default settings, it leaves the end on, allowing you to enter it, which means that's your condition to beating this little challenge. And then the starter kit is this 10 obsidian and this fire charge, so you can make another portal. This chooses when you get it. Once means when you join the world, you get it once per. So when a player joins the world, they only get it once, and that's it. No new players that join are going to get it. So the first player that joins gets it, then it's done. Next is once per player, which, as self-explanatory, when you join the world the first time, you get it, and then not again, even if you die. And then every death, and then none, if you want to disable the starter kit, if you're a masochist and want to be stuck here, since you don't have any obsidian and a fire charge to make another portal to, use these infinite books, No idea why you would want that. Maybe if you got a really large multiplayer server, but you can just use once. Anyway, that's basically it for the settings. As you can see, quite useful. Now, let's review the features it adds. Number one, if you go to the advancements window, you get two things. A list of all the data packs that I've made that are installed, in this case, the Infinite Improvements. Then one new tab for the Ultimate Content Update, which is the official name for this update. And it gives you quite a number of achievements, like your first dimension, getting an infinite bookshelf and holding in your inventory, getting your first book and quill, and going to all the Easter egg dimensions. Whew, that was a doozy to code. But yeah, there's many different challenges, and I'm not going to show you them all, since there is an Easter egg in one of the advancements, Anyway, that is the basics of what the data pack does, and the most noticeable features. It makes it so when you die, you respawn here. Turn on keep inventory. When you respawn here, as you can see. If you go to a dimension, so there we go, and you grab a book, you light it, and then you throw it in, you go there. But once you go into a dimension, as you can see, the portal is set to go back to the library. So if you enter this, you will return through the portal you came through, and you're in a random dimension. Now, this is where it gets interesting, as your goal with this data pack is simple: to beat the Ender Dragon, as most things are. Of course, you could go beyond that and, make a base and everything, and you're probably going to want to do that. You could make this even a server and have many people join and have fun with it. But that's for you to deal with. The goal, it's actually quite fun to get this to the Ender Dragon. Number one, you need to get a book and quill, which means you need to go through all these different dimensions. Each block always gives the same dimension, so you can even label them with signs or buttons and things. Since some of them do crash your game, had that counter when I was playtesting it, and you could go to a dimension, see if they got the materials needed for a book and quill, and come back and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. Now, let me just remember the rest of the things that adds, since as you can see, it gives a list of all the features it gives. And this changes if you edit the settings, by the way, so you don't have to worry about this not being accurate. It's always accurate. As you can see, I add a crafting recipe to the Box of Infinity, the cursor, and netherite stairs. So let me just do that. Recipe give at s star. Anyway, if you search box, as you can see, Box of Infinite Books is another star, that recipe. The cursor is this recipe. And the netherite stairs, swaggiest stairs, that's what it's called. I could change the name with a resource pack, but that's not what I'm going to do. This is simply that. Of course, there's an advancement for getting all these items, like such a big bookshelf. You get that if you get a box of infinite books. And it goes on, and you get more and more items, Oh. Also, there's Master Dimension Explorer advancement, which happens after the go to all the Easter egg dimensions. It's visit over 1 billion dimensions, which I'm pretty sure is impossible, but I left it in there because, Minecraft added it. I also removed the Minecraft's version of the advancement from everything. So, yeah. Oh, also, this one doesn't count as a dimension. If you respawn here, it doesn't add to the count. Anyway, beyond that, yeah. Beyond the recipes, we also got a few other things. You can craft a book and quill with an ink sac, because I thought that would help you a lot, and honestly, I think it would help you. You can choose not to use that recipe if you feel like it, but I believe it's basically impossible to find squids in these dimensions. No, it's not impossible, I should say. It's really difficult. Anyway, after that, starter kit, it gives, I told you about that. Oh, yes. If you go to the ant dimension, which is a book and quill, ant sign A. Oh, by the way, the name of your book doesn't contribute to what dimension you go to. But if you go to your ant dimension, you can see the ant's going. And if you want to get the ant as an item, you stand on top of it, or jump on top of it, and you break the ant and get the ant item. It also contributes to an achievement, so you need to do that. And as you can see, kind of seeing the entire thing there, which includes all the items in this block, too. In order to duplicate it, since I feel like that would be nice, I'm not sure what you use the ant item for, but, you can. You hold it in the offhand, hold it, and boom, you duplicate it. It's white concrete. And if you place it, it spawns an ant. Quite simple. Let's head home. And that's the basics of this data pack. That's basically what it does. Yeah, I would say it's pretty cool. It doesn't change very much, but this challenge of spawning the library, pretty hard, I spent quite a bit going through dimension by dimension, getting materials I need to get a book and quill when I was playtesting it. It's quite hard, honestly. There's also some dimension that caused me to crash and other things, but it's honestly a great challenge because, you need diamonds. The only way to get diamonds is to find a dimension with diamonds. Same thing with all materials. And so that's basically this data pack, and I think it would make a good challenge for like all sorts of things, like 100 days challenge if you like, since you can see there, here it says day 0, and that doesn't change. Anyway, that's it. Woo! Alright. And that's the end of this showcase video and installation guide of my data pack. I'll see you later. This was Vexen speaking, and I hope you try out more of my data packs. I mostly do modded stuff, but I really like this version, so I did this. Anyway, I'll see you later. Goodbye. Enjoy your day. Vexen out.